Hello and welcome back to Spriteguard Plays Legacy of Lunatic Kingdom. We're going to pick up where we left off on normal mode. I was playing some Lunatic to warm up, so hopefully I will be a little bit sharper today, a little bit more on point, though no promises. Let's resume from the last save and try to remember where we are. It looks like we are fighting ourselves a boss. I believe we were on quite a difficult pattern. Oh yeah, it was this one. Yeah, I'm not even sure how to start attacking this one. It's a very Toho pattern. It's that kind of coming from all directions. And so we just need to find our safe spots. And so those safe spots are going to probably be... It looks like this is the kind of pattern where we're going to have to kind of find the gaps where these things crisscross. Like, I'm going for a gap that looks like it's plausible, but what I'm finding out is that the bullets coming from above us are interfering with the gap in the bullets that are coming from below us, and I'm really not sure here. I think we may need to kind of take a moment. It's very difficult to kind of position your character carefully and then look at the global pattern. It's really tricky. I'm wondering, like, can we... Because I don't know if we actually have a pause available. It doesn't look like it. Oh, that is not what I meant to do. I'm going to forfeit this so that I don't lose that bomb. And we'll just get right back into it and see if we can figure something out. So I think I want to be inside of that one, and I want to slip out of that as early as possible. But let's actually take a moment to kind of look around the rest of the screen. It often helps to kind of be in a position up like that. It looks like there's some bigger gaps down and to the right. So what if we start out back here? We can kind of look, okay, so there they go, around and around. So that way we're not at risk until considerably later, but we still are facing a pretty thick pattern. And so we're probably going to have to change our screen position several times. Because you can see up and to the right of us there was another gap. So if we hold back here, we can wait for these spirals to go around a few times before we're in danger. And then it seems like we want to slip out of that really crowded area where we're ending up. And so probably want to let the brakes off for that part. We do want to use the brakes to squeeze through here, so we don't have enough room to actually let the brakes off there. So that was a mistake. And I want to look for if there is some place where we can wait. It looks like we actually have quite a lot of time there, right there, before we actually have to move. And so maybe we can get to whatever, I don't know where this pattern's going to end, if we have to deplete the entire circle around her, or if we have something. Oh my goodness. So that was really good. I don't know if this pattern's going to end somewhere, or if it's going to last until we deplete that entire circle. It looks like, because there's no marks on that circle, and so my thought is that probably we have to do, we have to get through the whole thing. We have to deplete the whole circle. And so we're going to need to really, really be conscious of where these bullets are, where those safe spots are. And I'm wondering, are there safe spots that we can work our way into? Oh wow, okay. That was almost really good. One of the things that I actually had somebody kind of critique my Toho videos, because I really enjoy doing them, and, I was a little bit disappointed that people weren't really into them, and so I figured that I would have somebody critique them and see, what I could be doing better. And one of the things that they said was to react to the game more. And that's something that is, difficult for me to do, but I really want to work on. One of the things that this channel has always been about, even when it's, not all that apparent, is the journey of learning how to commentate. That was, one of the things that I knew I was going to be learning, and was going to be a very long learning process, but I wanted to start getting videos out and not worry too much about the fact that my commentary is going to be bad, really bad, for a long time before it was any good. And so, one of the things that I'm always very upfront about is that I'm still learning how to commentate. So it looks like we need to move forward a little bit earlier than that. And so, one of the things that I don't really do, especially in these very grindy games, is I don't really react, oh, that was good, oh, that was good, okay. Oh my goodness. Something was happening there. We were making it through a lot of those. I think the next time we do that, I'm going to try and bomb. I thought about bombing right there, but I'm always so resistant to bombing, even though I know it's going to be a huge help. My fear is that I don't want to run out of bombs before the game ends, and I don't know what their drop rate is. Alright, we're finding the gaps. We're starting to find the kind of the open areas. So I think in that way we're improving. And so with these very grindy games, it can be very difficult to find things to react to, because everything's so much the same, it's so repetitive. And one of the really big things in playing these games that I find is extremely helpful is not reacting to the deaths, is just not having any emotional investment in the deaths. And so it's the survival that is really exciting. And hopefully, I turned the gain on my mic down a little tiny bit. I noticed it was clipping in some of the previous videos, and so hopefully... Oh, geez, I went around that bullet like 3 times, and then eventually crashed into it, even though I'd kind of made it past safely. Finding those gaps. I'm starting to find those gaps. And so now I just need to have the presence of mind to use the bomb when it's appropriate. There we go. That was good. That was really good. We made a lot of progress there. And it's always, of course, difficult to balance between commentary and concentration. And that is, I think, the biggest goal that I have for the near future, is to really strike a better balance between trying to concentrate and trying to commentate. And I know that one of the things that I really need to work on in order to do that is becoming okay with being a little bit inane sometimes, because one of the things that people do in order to commentate better is they kind of shut off their brain and talk on autopilot. That's something I'm very reluctant to do, because I take so much pride in trying to provide high-quality commentary that is not going to embarrass me. And I tend to get very embarrassed when I say silly things. I have dropped more than one series just because I was not really happy with kind of the amount of inane chatter I was producing. Alright, I think we almost got hit there, but somehow survived it. It's interesting, it feels like you can save yourself. Bonus failed. I've disposed of all the nightmares up to this point. You must have a strong will to maintain control over your body through this. What are you? I am a Baku, a resident of this dream world. You said you were heading toward the lunar capital? And with your physical body, too. There, a nightmare unlike any you have encountered before now awaits you. It is worthy of being called a lunatic dream. Prepare yourself well, dreaming human of the physical world. I don't really get it, but I guess the lunar capital and Gensokyo are connected through the dream world? So we have cleared a stage, and I think we're going to wrap it up pretty soon. Oh my goodness, this looks like it's going to be a pretty difficult mob stage in between. So yeah, I think we're going to wrap it up here. I feel like I had a pretty good run. I feel like I did some good stuff. Let's see if we can take some of these things out and simplify the dodging a little bit. There we go. Alright, we made it through that. That was pretty simple. A city free of Sabi, Lunatic Kingdom. Alright, we're going to have some of these lasers. Alright. This is some cool stuff we're looking at. So that's what we're going to be facing in the next episode. We're going to be working our way through the city free of Sabi, through these mob waves, and hopefully starting on the next boss. And of course, as always, we'll be trying to have better commentary, better reactions, and better play, and trying to strike that balance that I talked about during the episode. So until then, thank you very much for watching, and have a great rest of your day.